Test. Oh boy. Yeah, so the rain kicked everything out. I don't even. Yeah, the screen's not even. Hold on. I gotta fix that. Let me hop over here. Stuff broke. Stuff really broke. Um, Thank you everyone who's here and has been watching. I appreciate it. Sorry about that. The internet was knocked out for me for just like a brief second. Brief second, as in like 10 minutes. I think it may have started a different. Oh no, it's like catching up. That's surreal. Okay. Uh, I don't know if everything is back in order. Okay, cool. I think we're good to go. Um, I'm gonna just make sure YouTube is up. Twitch seems to be up. And I think YouTube is up too. And I think YouTube is up. Cool. All right. All right. I think we're good to go. We can continue to code. All right. Yeah. And then this is gonna be a. Did I do event? It should be. We'll just do an event, I guess. And then use state is going to be an array of events. New state should be an events. Oh, why is it an object? Let me format. All right. And then value is update state, shared state, and add task. Add task. What? Is something returning null? Oh. Is that what it's looking for also? I'll be having words. I'll be having words from. It's actually right next to it, so we don't actually need to. Export defaults. we can do this like this. Export default context provider. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I'm so hyped up right now. I need to stop. All right, so now this is still rendering the old stuff that we had. We can go ahead and add the context provider. Context provider. Just make sure that's correct. All right, yep, that's good. This is, I like because of hooks. When I did a boot camp, so when I really started learning React, I learned class components versus function components, and the way that we had to do context was so dumb. But now all you have to do is like this, and it's awesome. So we now have a thing we can use to update state. So instead of this, we can import the contexts. Add task. Use context, my context. So context needs to be exported. Checking for quick fix. I'm gonna need shared state, and we're gonna make it global events. What do you read? Unsafe array destructuring of. Let's Google this error because I'm not exactly sure what's going on. We'll do this for right now so we can at least see the UI. We're putting the provider in. Oh, what the heck? It literally created a function down there. I was like, why isn't this working? And it's because there's already a function there. Unsafe reassignment of any value. I guess shared state is just events. Can you define it right here like this? Probably not. Wait, use context is not defined. Set global events. Okay. And then we can do set global events. So that is what I was worried about. So, and here we're gonna just take the new state and persist it because nice. Okay, cool. Update state does not exist on type. Shared state. I wonder if this works. Shared state is event and update state is state. And then add task is the same way. And then task is an event. Oh, oops. Add task should not be an event array. It should be just one event. Okay, so this stuff is reordering. And I'm going to scream because TypeScript is yelling at me for some reason. Oh. Actually, let's add that. All right, cool. So that's better. What do you mean it has? There is no innies. We're type safe. We are type safe TypeScript types. Oh, but it might not exist. So the way that we're rendering these, it might not exist. So what we can do is we can make sure that there is a start time and end time in the why it's so interesting. I don't know specifically why it's saying it's not. Now I'm getting gaslit by this thing, bro. What? Insane. So we're gonna do that. All right. So we don't need that. We just need add task. So we can make this async, and the reason why I want to make it async is because after we add the task, right? We want to make sure that I think you can await this. I think maybe we just leave it alone for right now because it's not synchronous. State changes I don't believe are synchronous. State changes aren't synchronous. Let me Google the state sets. Set state. There's a callback, but I don't know if we're gonna need to use it. I want to focus on just getting the use state. And then when you do, I'm trying to remember how to do input changes. It's task dot. I'm just gonna steal this for like, to see if this works. Type is not assignable to event. I don't know why it thinks that I can't. So it does sort of work? Question mark emoticon. Oh, so it thinks it's a different event. I just have to steal this. Types. So I actually might be able to get rid of. How am I managing any of this? Oh. So it has dentist appointment as the default. We can actually take that out, I believe. Is TypeScript gonna bark at me? No. Okay, cool. But we need a start time and end time. It doesn't super matter, but yeah. And then we're probably gonna get like a controlled on change if the use default value, otherwise on change. We can do this inline set task, and then we go previous, and we return previous name e dot target dot value. And since it's an object, we have to make it literal, which means just wrapping it. Oh, why is it previous day? Which means it imported something, probably, didn't it? Did it import anything? Fragment? No. Okay. For a good second, it let me get away with not having name, which is kind of crazy. So what we're gonna do now is copy this. We're gonna refresh so we can get rid of some of these errors. Oh, cool. So now we're gonna do task is habit. Is this how It's checked. Is it? It's. And then this should be is habit because habit offers habit. How to set up a controlled check box with React. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, that's what I thought. And we gotta make this is habit. And then we're gonna frequency. And then did I do is habit? Okay, so adding a habit. Is this task a habit? Oh. How to set up a controlled number input. So while that's going, we're looking at this. Let's make a default for this specific thing. So is habit can be false, and then frequency is 0. We'll do null. We'll do null because we want the placeholder to show up for that. Adding, oh, and we're gonna trash this just to make sure. We're not getting anything annoying. Null is not. All right, we'll just do undefined. It should be null though. I'm just not gonna define it. Argument. Yeah, so that should be decent. Let's see. We're gonna add the first task. Adding the first task. And we're gonna do 2. So this just means this can happen. This can occur. Oh, so we have to add one more thing. We have to add the amount of time it an event is, and we can do like a step for like 5 minutes each. So we'll do that in a second. Nothing happened. Oh, I know why nothing happened, because I didn't connect the add task. I'm so silly. Add task. So now we're gonna do the first task, and we're gonna do once. We did it. Okay. This is like relatively easy stuff, by the way. This should not impress anyone. Like, this is basic stuff. This is just basic, like, use state. I guess in the context of what I'm trying to do with it, it's kind of cool, but yeah. But anyway, we need to add duration, and this duration in minutes. Or we can just say number and then in minutes, divisible by 5 or 15. Let's just say 5. Let's say 5. Let's say 5. Which means we have to add another number input, and it's gonna be after the first text because duration and default is we're gonna say minimum is 0, but the step will be 15, and the ID is duration, and this is duration. Oh, we gotta also update. Whew. I might take a break in a little bit. Oh my God. But I think we can get to almost to the point where, like, because all I need it to do is print out something in plain English with the prompt. So we're gonna go play with ChatGPT after this to say add task, create prompt, and we'll be able to put that into ChatGPT, and then it will give us events in a certain structure. I think that's what I want. That's where I want to end at. So alerts at structure or event. Very convenient. If there is nothing, then it just assumes it happens once. I guess for weekly frequency, just if it's a habit, we'll have that, which just means this happens. So this is gonna probably add in complexity, which is fine. It's iterative. I didn't assume I was gonna figure out everything at the beginning, but we'll just do one here. Trial. Woo. Okay. So, I also want to make sure I can put the type in one place. To event, or hold on. How to create a type that can be used in entire repo. and I'm calling events calendar event so I don't get a collision with anything. All right, so we can get rid of this because we're not using it, and using calendar event unresolved any. I was lied to. We can get rid of this, and we can put calendar event. What about modules? What about d.ts? Okay, cool. We're gonna do that because the pattern that I've seen has been like that's not exactly how I had envisioned it, but it works. So we're being chillin'. We are being chillin'. Oh, that is a lot. All right, so that's good. And we're just gonna fix anything that has a vent still. I don't know why this would be. This is what happened before, earlier. Oh, hi. Hi, Doc Whirl. I'm so sorry. I didn't see your message. Oh, my apologies. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, I have to close. I think I might have to close it again. Let me do that. All right, so now the warning is gone magically. We're gonna say hello, length of task is gonna be 15. Is this a habit? Yes. And then 1. So it creates the hello. And I'm gonna make sure that these have a default. So we don't necessarily need end time, I don't think. Trying to end time doesn't. I'm gonna make it optional. I hesitate to make it optional, but when the task is created, we have to calculate the date time. So we just gotta make sure we do that. So, and this is why we use Faker. So let me Faker. Duh. Yeah, I don't want to get copyright striked in the future, so I gotta figure out the VOD situation. I was sort of thinking about it, which is why I didn't do music before, but I was just like, I need to have music. Like, I can't, like, if someone comes into the stream, like, I want them to hear something, you know, they need to hear something. They need to hear something. All right. I was looking up Faker JS. Hopefully, they're in a good spot right now. Let me see. How do I install? Faker. And for those who don't know, Faker allows you to generate fake data on demand. And it's really useful. Look at the API real quick. So we need an event or an appointment. Okay, this might be hard. So I could do product name. I could do a product name for the event. It doesn't really make sense, but Faker dot commerce product name. Is it a function? It's a function, right? It's a function. It's a function. Is it a function? Yeah, it's a function. It is a function. Missing the following. Okay, so is habits. Faker Boolean. Can you do a Faker Boolean? Boolean. Data type Boolean. Frequency. Wait, can you connect these two? It reminds me of Zod a little bit, where like you can use the context to get we'll just say frequency is a random number. Faker data type number It says it's depreciated. Oh, use number int instead. It's depreciated. All right. Also, let me just double check that we are pinned in the lock file for faker. All right, we are pinned. Okay, just making sure. Min is gonna be 1. Max is going to be 7. Duration. So we can say we're just gonna multiply the number by 15. So it can be like 1. Let's just say like 1 through 7 too, right? But instead we're going to be multiplying it by 15 to give us, something that seems somewhat reasonable. So we have a dentist appointment. And hold on. How to create type safety with use state to add to. Or let's just say how to create type safety with use state. The problem that I have is like I don't necessarily or I don't have a default state for this use state. But I need to be able to how can I make y'all go away? I guess I just have to literally have I need everything here, but it just needs to be like I actually don't need that. I do need duration. We'll have 0. Did I put frequency is necessary for? Yeah, everything's necessary. So we'll just say frequency or frequently a frequency, refined plastic cheese. That might be a key issue, I think. Let me look up faker stuff just to make sure that I'm using this correctly. So I'm trying to figure out why we're getting errors with context. Because when I refresh, it's like text content does not match server rendered HTML. So I'm just going to get, with a seed, I'm going to get the same thing every single time, which is not technically what I want. Honestly, it's actually not fine. But I think it should be, I'll leave it for now. My issue is that, like, I'm not actually getting something like random, but honestly, it doesn't, I don't think it matters tremendously. I'm getting the values that I need consistently, so I think that's fine. So I want to get a date. So like, let's just say date soon. Date time, date. Is it not in data type? Alright, I'll just do soon. I'll do soon. Faker date dot soon. Oh, to ISO string. So we're gonna do that for both of these, and then the duration. So the time is gonna come from duration, which means I have to edit some stuff for this. Global events. So generate span. So I just literally get rid of this because I can do duration now. Give me a second. So generate span is, this is minutes, and you just divide by 5. So what we can do in calendar is actually just divide by 5, and we should get the span rendering correctly. But we'll keep the generate span just in case we decide to change it later. Hello. What is this? Okay, so they're stacked on top of each other. We might make so we change that. We get random days that are soon. And then we want to put the date on the calendar or on the task. So we're going to go all the way down because that's where I put everything. So item name is here, right? Like we're gonna just go ahead and do span, item name, item start time, so we format this time with, I'm just gonna do double P, because it's easier. Starts. Property D. Oh, right. It's a string. I keep forgetting it's a string. Okay, so they're both this day. But, and then duration is just a number. So we can just do, we don't need that. We just need duration. Minutes. 45 minutes. They're both 45 minutes. What is the what is the chances? What is the Also, why are they the same day? Be different days. Be a different day. Be a different day. All right, so we have priority. Technically, we have priority built in because of state, like whatever is shown. We just have to see how do we use that with ChatGPT. I think the next part of this is like, let me go into here and figure out why it's telling me about a gosh darn property D does not exist. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna add another button. We're gonna add a new button. Generate prompt, and we're going to make this an alert so we can just copy and paste stuff. What did I do? Ah, I see. What is W? Generate prompts. Nice. So now we can manually generate our prompt. So what I want to do is start basically thinking of a system for all of this to be converted into a prompt. So first I need to go find what the prompt was the other day for ChatGPT to work the way that I needed it to. Scheduling a task, scheduling. Okay, so first I said I need a schedule I gotta also look at Bing because Bing was the one that gave me the actual like file in its entirety, which I'm probably not gonna use it in that way, like using an ICS file. I'll probably use like an object string or an object, excuse me. But I just need to know what prompt I actually used because I don't remember.
Father God, in the name of Jesus, Lord, I come to you today as humbly as I know how, asking that you would shield Dre from any hurt, harm, or danger. I'm asking that you would cover him each and every day, God, as he goes on his daily walks through life. God, I come to you as humbly as I know how, asking that you would cover him, God. Cover his friends, God. I don't know everything that Dre is doing on a daily basis, God, but I ask that you would shield him, God. I ask that you would cover him under your blood, God. Keep him, God. Keep him grounded, God. Keep him safe, God. Keep him covered from any danger, seen and unseen, God. I ask that you cover him each and every day. And it's in your name I pray.
Just trying to look up if I can see past ChatGPT data.
Say goodbye to rock and roll. Baby said it made me cold, but instead I told myself that it's all just for my health. But instead I tell myself that it's all just for my health.
Okay, I guess it really doesn't matter. We can just use a fresh prompt.
It's been a decade on the road with a suitcase for a home.
Okay, so
Say goodbye to rock and roll. Better rest up for the show.
and this. So I just need to think of a format. I need to schedule for the week with the following information. I need a schedule for the week with the following information formatted like this. Name, start time, end time. Start time, end time. What else is here in this big object? Is a habit. Basically we can say like one, if it's not is habit, it just gets popped out once you commit. We can say that. The duration should give us our end time. And then frequency is just how many times it happens. Because event is just functionally these three things. So let's say a dentist appointment happens once a week. Is there a way to do once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week, once, twice, thrice? Yeah. So happens once a week for all events happen between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. Happens once a week for 30 minutes. So we're just pretending, we're just aliasing an events really quickly. So a dentist appointment happens once a week for 30 minutes. And then we can say, go to Best Buy or something. Buy happens once a week. And then go to the gym. Oh. Oopsie daisy. I didn't mean to do that. But that's cool that we get the JSON, right? So we're going to do that again. I forgot to hit shift enter. So go to Best Buy, happens once a week. Gym happens once or 3 times a week for 30 minutes. All events happen. So this is the hour thing I was talking about and sort of day thing. And I would say we could also, let's see if we can say nothing on Tuesday. ISO date string. What's the, let me get the format name. It's like ISO date time string. ISO, and we're gonna use this for Google Calendar. Okay, so the first time I did it, it just randomly has like Monday at 10, Wednesday at 12. I gotta make sure that these dates are actually decent. So let me check. So the 18 is at 10. Nothing is happening on 19. Oh. Nothing on Tuesday. So let me user. Why does it say user? So we're gonna redo this. We're gonna edit this because that's not what I want. So I need to schedule with the following information formatted like this. So the format is good. Nothing should happen. Nothing should be planned for Tuesday. All events happen between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. Nothing should be planned for Tuesday. Dentist appointment. These are just, all that is. Let me see if I have any other notes about hours and stuff like that. I don't see anything. So nothing should be happening on the 19th. Honestly, there's one more thing we have to do, which is priority. Actually, 20 minutes between. So the last few things that I'm thinking that I need to add to the prompt, and hopefully this can consistently show up, because this is only ChatGPT, and OpenAI is going to be something different. So we're going to at least try to hit consistency here. And then we're going to destroy my OpenAI account, financially speaking. So, yeah, 20 minutes between, and priority. It already seems it seems to take it seems like it's already doing priority, right? So like if I were to do this and swap this around, nothing happens. Nothing on Tuesday. Oh, oops. Nothing should be planned on Tuesday. Nothing should be planned on Tuesday. 20 minutes at least should be. Okay, wait. There should be 20 minutes at least between events. Ensuring a minimum gap of 20 minutes before each. So that's good. The end time is great. Even though I don't know why it started at whatever time that is. That's so interesting. And then we want date, time, string, time zone. I don't know why there isn't any time zone. There isn't a time zone. We'll say 30 minutes and we'll probably get what we're looking for. Priority seems to already be happening. So if I put... Oh, did I change this last time? We want go to Best Buy to be the first thing planned. So we can try this. Okay, it seems to continue to plan for the dentist appointment first. And we have a time zone. We have the time zone. All right, we still have to add a little bit more. I'm just realizing. EST. Nothing should be planned on Tuesday. There should be 30 minutes between events. Priority events are planned based on order. So go to Best Buy should be the first one. Okay, so that was a regression. Events are planned based on order of the following list. First, second, third. So like, let's see what time this is. What time is this in Eastern Standard Time? (9 a.m.) All right, so it seemed to respect the order. I guess this sort of, the order sort of gets muddied when you have too many things, I think. Like, if I have a dentist appointment 3 times and it's in prior, like, so, okay, it knows with the gym that I could do it at any time. Like, this is making my head spin. This is making my head spin. So the thing that I'm like trying to figure out is like how is it if it comes up with an issue, we will figure it out in the UI, I think. Right now, I think this is kind of acceptable. At least like we're getting a format. It seems pretty, I think I need to do more tests, but for right now, it seems pretty acceptable to me. What I want to really quickly do is a function that is called generate prompt. And what it will accept is two things: rules, which are going to be in any, and then we're going to do tasks, which then turn into, you know, events, because this is going to be any, leave me alone, and then this is going to be tasks, which are calendar events. Yeah, we do need that. And then we return. We're going to just put the prompt in. So I'm just going to go ahead and shove this in really quickly. So the rules are going to be something that I change later. Unexpected any. Unknown. Oh, yeah, I did. So right here is where we iterate and we have the tasks, which we'll do later. Yeah, I just don't know what it's gonna look like. And we'll make these both optional because I'm not even using it. And I just need to make sure that it works when I hit generate prompt. Bruh. So I'm just not gonna touch anything. Of course it's undefined. I'm just gonna do this. When it's time for me to actually plug in everything, I'll put it there. All right, cool. So it gives me a prompt. And honestly, I think this is where I'm gonna call it. We've made enough effort to where when it's time to like generate the prompt, generating the prompt is gonna have a loader. I guess it could have a loader, right? While it's doing whatever, and then we can contact the OpenAI, and then we get an example. An example calendar. So I think much of what's going to happen next is going to be taking these events and getting what we need back from OpenAI. So I honestly, 1 or 2 more streams might be it for this. I'm actually really happy about how it's turned out so far. You know what? I'm gonna change the way that looks. Hold on. Tailwind, or we can say list tailwind shadow. So we're gonna go down here. And then I'm gonna do P4. Look at that. Looks a bit better, TBH. So that's that div, and then we need to trace this div. Divide. Oh, wow, that looks great. Whoa, wowzers. You would think I was a developer. We're gonna customize this at some point. Right now, this is just what we need. So next time we should be able to generate the prompt and it will actually show what we have there. And then we should be able to generate the prompt. And then we should get events that are pending. So we might have to componentize this too. Some of the stuff that we've created, like this, like when we wait, 504. Those are such random times. Column is fine. Get hours. Get hours should be. If it is 504. So we could probably do this in minutes. If we get hours and we times it by 12, which means also we need to get minutes. Can you get minutes? Get minutes. And you don't have to multiply this by 12, I don't think. You would just multiply it by 1. Because an hour, no, crap. Oh my God, I hate this. So 1 hour is equal to 12. And then what's 12 divided by 1 hour is 12. Whatever 12 divided by 12 divided by 60.2. Why is it being weird? Like 1124 should be closer to down here. So we got to fix that. That's a little bug that I didn't really think about. So once we have the hours, we add the minutes, and then we have the 2. Thirty minutes is equal to 6. So it's 30 minutes is equal to 6 row, which means 1 is equal to 5 minutes. So if this was 30, this would need to be 6. So we need to divide it by or we have to multiply it by 5, I think. That doesn't make sense. So if this was 30 minutes and we were going to try to get 6, we would just divide it by 5. Let me try to figure out what's going on with this. So, in theory, it should be somewhere around here. So we could say $138 minus 12 times. It's not 11. It's like, let's just do 11. 6. All right, I did something wrong. I did something wrong with my math. Because we do want to get the hours, right? The hours at 12, so it's 11 times 12. Let me do it over here. 11 times 12. That's great. That's great. But then we have to add the minutes. And it feels about right at like 138. Because there's like padding. So add 2. And then we go boom first, and then the minutes just sort of take it to the rest of the way. So we'll think between, it's an hour. So an hour would be 12 minute, would be 12. Which equals 1. So So effectively 6 equals 30, which again is just 5. It's me just dividing by 5 and adding that. So what is 24 divided by 5? 4.8. 4.8. And then add that to 11 times 12 plus 2. Yeah, that's just about right. I don't know. Oh my god. Duration does exist. Stop being weird. Does that feel like... I guess 17 would be just right after half point, and this is just after 30. So, I'll take it. I'll take it. We're gonna say class name, text small, text gray. Flex column. I said I was gonna be done, but then I was just like, design stuff. You know, it is what it is. I actually want to add time too. I don't know. We can do HH, MM, and then A. And then what we can actually do is make this regular, like text medium, and actually just leave that alone. All right. That is probably actually it for me today. That was a great session. I think we have 1 to 2 more. What we need to do is take the tasks, any and all tasks. So we might actually get some tasks from like Todoist on the back end, like with a service or something like that. Like we can have like a cron that does it like every day or every night, but then we can voluntarily like sort of request tasks, or because eventually we'll have to get events from Google Calendar so they don't conflict with whatever's happening that week. So that's happening. And then I have tasks coming in from Todoist, and then, I can use this interface, but those are happening too. So I have to pull those events and also tasks. Everything gets turned into an event, and then I have to generate a prompt that gives me a mock calendar for the events, and then I have to say, hey, like, this is a good calendar, let's persist it. And then it gets persisted, and then we are being chillin', and then that's basically it. And then there could just be further exploration and making it like more automated. But yeah, look at this. Look at what we did. Look at what we did. Yeah, I think like 2 more good sessions and we're done with the application. Like we'll actually be able to take tasks from Todoist, tasks that we just sort of throw into here, hit a button, make sure that the calendar is correct. I think I might have to add some sort of variation, like something that's like massaging the prompt whenever I'm just like, that's not necessarily what I'm looking for or what have you. So we'll have like variations of the prompt. Maybe variation sort of helps with the randomness. And I just pray that the format's fine, but we just have to make sure that when we're getting the events that it like looks decent, and then we can persist it. And then we're done. ChatGPT had successfully, I guess technically OpenAI, but the model used for ChatGPT is GPT 3.5, and also 4 is available to me to use in the OpenAI API key stuff, blah, 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 blah. So there we go. We're almost done. We're almost done.